So hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you and welcome back once again to another class of PIB Current Affairs. In today's class, we are going to talk about the PIB news from 19th and 20th of March 2025. I hope guys the preparations are going well. Please do not wait for the notification. Notification निकालना RBI का काम है. Your work is to study and to study hard. Just do your work, right? और मैं तो आपके साथ हमेशा हूँ ही. चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं with the very first question for the day, my dear friends. सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन है आज का. ड्यूरिंग न्यूजीलैंड प्राइम मिनिस्टर विजिट टू इंडिया, न्यूजीलैंड हैज जॉइन्ड द इंडो पैसिफिक ओशंस इनिशिएटिव. The initiative is built on 7 pillars. The question is, which of the following is not one of the 7 pillars? Right? So न्यूजीलैंड ने ज्वाइन किया है इंडियन इंडो पैसिफिक ओशंस इनिशिएटिव. ठीक है, तो हमें यह बताना है कि वो 7 पिलर्स के ऊपर काम करता है, तो एक 7 पिलर में से एक कौन सा नहीं है. ठीक है, बट बिफोर गोइंग टू द इंडो पैसिफिक ओशंस इनिशिएटिव, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट व्हाट आर द आउटकम्स ऑफ न्यूजीलैंड प्राइम मिनिस्टर विजिट टू इंडिया. राइट, सबसे पहले we have signed an authorized economic operators mutual recognition arrangement. We have signed an authorized economic operators mutual recognition arrangement with New Zealand, and it has been signed under the customs cooperation arrangement which was signed last year in 2024. Right now, what's going to happen under this particular agreement? So it will facilitate easier movement of goods between the two countries. It will facilitate what? The easier movement of goods between the two countries. Number one. Number two is memorandum of cooperation has been signed on horticulture, under which both the countries will enhance the bilateral cooperation by knowledge exchange, by expertise exchange, by scientific knowledge exchange. ठीक है, सो बेसिकली हॉर्टिकल्चर के एरिया में बायलैटरल कोऑपरेशन को बढ़ाया जाएगा. उसके अलावा द क्वेश्चन जो कि हमारा है, the New Zealand has joined the Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative. Now talking about Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative in brief, so remember this initiative was launched by India in the year 2018 during East Asia Summit which took place in Bangkok. Now this Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative, it is a non-treaty based voluntary arrangement. It is a voluntary arrangement. ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको जबरदस्ती इसमें आना है. It is a non-treaty based voluntary arrangement that promotes cooperation for a free and open Indo-Pacific region, and also it caters the rule-based regional order in the Indo-Pacific region. Right? It works on the basis of 7 pillars which are maritime security, maritime ecology, resources, capacity building and resource sharing. इसके अलावा disaster risk reduction and management, then we have trade and connectivity, and then we have science, technology and academic cooperation. These are the 7 pillars based on which Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative work. Other than this, New Zealand has joined CDRI, Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure. Then a sporting unity event will take place in the year 2026. In the year 2026. Now, what is the objective? Why the sporting unity will take place? So it will take place to recognize and celebrate 100 years of sporting contract between the two countries, that is India and New Zealand. Okay? I hope it is clear, guys. So let's come back to the question. So which of the following is not one of the 7 pillars? Maritime security, trade and connectivity, ecology, resources. Yes. Maritime economy is not one of the 7 pillars. So the right answer, my dear friends, will be option E. Okay? Let's talk about question number 2. Very important question. Which of the following statement is incorrect with respect to the support provided under Pradhan Mantri Matsya Kisan Samriddhi Sah Yojana, which is being implemented under the umbrella scheme of Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana? Right? So वैसे तो I will be talking about this scheme in detail in my government scheme session, but today we are going to talk about all those facts and information which have been provided by the government in PIB. ठीक है, तो गवर्नमेंट ने मेजरली सपोर्ट के बारे में बताया है, that what kind and what types of financial assistance and other support is being provided under this particular scheme. So as I told you that the Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying is implementing Pradhan Mantri Matsya Kisan Samriddhi Sah Yojana for a period of 4 years starting from 23-24 ending 26-27, and the total outlay of this scheme is 6,000 crores. ठीक है, 6,000 करोड़ का टोटल आउटले है. Now let's talk about the support which is being provided. Number one, the government is formalizing the unorganized part of fisheries sector. Now how they are doing it? How they are formalizing the unorganized fishery sector? By providing work-based digital identity to the fishers, fishermen, fisherwomen and other stakeholders which are working in the fisheries ecosystem. Number one. Number two, facilitating access to the institutional credit. Loans वगैरह की facilitation की जा रही है. Right? Other than this, the government is providing incentive. Incentive for what? For adopting aquaculture insurance. For adopting insurance for their aquaculture, and for that the government is providing a one-time incentive to the farmers by providing 40% of the premium. यानी कि अगर 100 रुपए का प्रीमियम जा रहा है तो out of that 40 rupees is provided by the government, right? Up to 25,000 per hectare का इंश्योरेंस होता है and SC, ST and women beneficiaries are getting an additional benefit of 10% on premium. ठीक है, चलिए इसके बाद है फॉर इंप्रूवमेंट ऑफ फिशरीज वैल्यू चेन एफिशिएंसीज. जो फिशरी सेक्टर का वैल्यू चेन है उसको एफिशिएंट बनाने के लिए बाय एस्टैब्लिशिंग अ माइक्रो एंटरप्राइज द गवर्नमेंट इज प्रोवाइडिंग ग्रांट्स. ठीक है, मैं फिर से बता देता हूं, ये थोड़े से कंफ्यूजिंग है तो इसलिए ध्यान से सुनना. क्या क्या है कीवर्ड्स? फिशरीज वैल्यू चेन. फिशरीज वैल्यू चेन की एफिशिएंसी बढ़ाने के लिए द गवर्नमेंट इज प्रोवाइडिंग परफॉर्मेंस ग्रांट. Performance grant is provided for what? For setting up a micro enterprise. Now this financial assistance is provided to two categories of beneficiaries. One is general and other is SC, ST and women beneficiaries. For general category beneficiaries, 25% of the total investment or 35 lakh, whichever is lower. For SC, ST and women beneficiaries, 35% of the total investment or 45 lakhs, whichever is lower. Right? Then performance grant for village level organizations is provided, right? Performance grant is being provided for village level organizations and federations of SHGs and cooperatives. ठीक है, performance grant इनको मिलता है, but that performance grant shall not exceed 35% of the total investment or rupees 200 lakh, whichever is lower, right? Performance grant कितना है? 35% of the total investment or 200 lakh, whichever is lower. ठीक है. Then for supply chain of safe fish products, for making the supply chain of fisheries ecosystem efficient, the government is providing financial assistance for setting up micro enterprises, right, and also the small enterprises. So for general category, if I talk about general category, 25% of the total investment or 35 lakh, whichever is lower for micro enterprise. 25% of total investment or 75 lakh, whichever is lower for small enterprise. ठीक है, आई होप देयर आर नो कंफ्यूजन्स. क्या हो रहा है, सरकार क्या कर रही है? सरकार माइक्रो एंटरप्राइज बनाने के लिए और स्मॉल एंटरप्राइज बनाने के लिए पैसा दे रही है. द गवर्नमेंट इज प्रोवाइडिंग फाइनेंशियल असिस्टेंस फॉर सेटिंग अप माइक्रो एंड स्मॉल एंटरप्राइज. ठीक है, नाउ these micro and small enterprise will work for enhancing the supply chain of safe fish products. ठीक है, and now for general category, for micro enterprise 25% or 35 lakh, whichever is lower, and for small enterprise 25% of total investment or 75 lakh, whichever is lower. For the same purpose, SC, ST and women beneficiary will get either 35% of total investment or 45 lakh, whichever is lower for micro enterprise. For small enterprise, they will get 35% of total investment or rupees 100 lakhs, whichever is again lower. ठीक है, I hope guys there are no confusions. So that's all about the support which is being provided. Let's identify the incorrect statement. Incorrect statement हमें निकालना है with respect to the support which is being provided under प्रधानमंत्री किसान समृद्धि सहाय योजना. 25% of the total investment or 35 lakh, whichever is lower, is provided for general category beneficiaries for improvement of fisheries value chain efficiencies. बिल्कुल सही बात है. For establishment of supply chains of safe fish products, 25% of total investment or 35 lakh, whichever is lower, is provided to SC, ST and women beneficiaries. No, 25% of total investment or 35 lakh is being provided to the general category beneficiary, which means this statement is incorrect, and therefore the right answer, my dear friends, will be option B, because we need to identify the incorrect statement. ठीक है, चलिए let's talk about question number 3, which is again a very important scheme. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare is implementing the crop residue management scheme to combat paddy stubble burning in 4 states and UTs, that is Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Delhi, NCT of Delhi. ठीक है. How much percent of the cost of machine is provided to the farmers as financial assistance for purchase of crop residue management machine? ठीक है. अब सरकार जो है क्रॉप रेजिड्यू मैनेजमेंट मशीन, क्रॉप रेजिड्यू मैनेजमेंट स्कीम इंप्लीमेंट कर रही है इन दिल्ली, पंजाब, उत्तर प्रदेश एंड हरियाणा. क्यों कर रही है? सो दैट द गवर्नमेंट कैन कॉम्बैट द पैडी स्टबल बर्निंग. आप लोगों ने सुना होगा न्यूज में कि दिल्ली में नवंबर में, अक्टूबर में पूरा धुआं हो जाता है, एंड दैट हैपेंस ड्यू टू द स्टबल बर्निंग इन द स्टेट्स ऑफ पंजाब, हरियाणा, उत्तर प्रदेश, राइट. और नॉट ओनली इन दिल्ली, इट हैपेंस इन स्टेट्स ऑफ पंजाब, हरियाणा एंड उत्तर प्रदेश एज वेल. ठीक है. सो टू कम्बैट paddy stubble burning, crop residue management scheme is being implemented since 2018-19 by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Under this scheme, for purchase of crop residue management machinery, so the government has designed a crop residue management machinery using which the farmers do not have to burn the stubble. ठीक है. जो उसको पैडी का जो स्टबल है वो उसको जलाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. ठीक है. तो उस मशीनरी के लिए द गवर्नमेंट इज प्रोवाइडिंग 50% ऑफ द कॉस्ट ऑफ मशीन टू द फार्मर्स एज फाइनेंशियल असिस्टेंस. हाउएवर, इफ देयर इज अ केस ऑफ रूरल एंटरप्रेन्योर्स, कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी ऑफ फार्मर्स, रजिस्टर्ड फार्मर सोसाइटीज, एफपीओस एंड पंचायत, इनमें से अगर कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, देन द गवर्नमेंट इज प्रोवाइडिंग फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट फॉर एस्टैब्लिशमेंट ऑफ कस्टम हायरिंग सेंटर्स. नाउ व्हाट इज दिस कस्टम हायरिंग सेंटर्स? So custom hiring centers are the centers from where the farmer can avail the crop residue machinery, crop residue management machinery on rent. ठीक है. एक बड़ा सेंटर बना लिया, वहां पे 10 मशीन रख ली और फार्मर्स को रेंट पे दिया. एंड फॉर सेटिंग अप ऑफ CHCs, द गवर्नमेंट इज प्रोवाइडिंग 80% ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट अप टू ₹30 लाख. ठीक है. देन फॉर सप्लाई चेन ऑफ पैडी स्ट्रॉ, सप्लाई चेन ऑफ पैडी स्ट्रॉ के लिए 65% ऑफ द कैपिटल कॉस्ट इज बीइंग प्रोवाइडेड, capital cost of machinery costing up to ₹1.50 crores. ठीक है. That's all about this particular scheme, guys, and the right answer therefore will be option D, 50%. 50% will be the right answer. ठीक है. चलिए, let's talk about question number 4. Very important. So the Union Cabinet has given 2 recommendations, 2 approvals. Number 1, revised National Dairy Development Program. Number 2, revised राष्ट्रीय गोकुल मिशन. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो हम दोनों के जो रिवाइज्ड प्रोविजन है उनको पढ़ेंगे इन डिटेल. आई विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट दी स्कीम्स in my government scheme session, and let me tell you very honestly, you don't have to go into the details of the scheme, because these are the schemes which will only be asked in the form of current affairs, and if they will be asked in the form of current affairs, the question will be asked from the facts and the figures which are already there, which are provided in the PIB. So you need not worry, you can rely on my content. आपको टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. The Union Cabinet has approved the revised national program for dairy development. How much additional grant has been allocated to the program, taking the total outlay to 2790 crores. ठीक है. So the Union Cabinet has approved the revised national program for dairy development with an objective to modernize and expand the dairy infrastructure in the country, thereby ensuring the dairy sector's sustained growth and sustainability. ये तो obvious सी बात है. 1000 crore extra has been allocated, taking the total outlay to 2790 crores. 1000 करोड़ रुपए और अलॉट किए हैं और टोटल आउटले अब कितना हो गया? 2790 करोड़. The duration of this particular scheme is for the 15 finance commission period, that is starting from 21-22 and ending in 25-26. ठीक है. Now there are 2 components of this scheme. ठीक है. This is something जहां से क्वेश्चन आएगा. There are 2 components. Number 1 is मतलब component A और component B ही नाम है इनका. Component A is dedicated to improve the essential dairy infrastructure. ठीक है. ये किस लिए है? For improving the dairy infrastructure. Now what does it mean by dairy infrastructure? Like milk chilling plants, like advanced milk testing laboratories and certification systems. ठीक है. Then it also supports the formation of new village dairy cooperative societies, right? न्यू विलेज डेयरी कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी बनाने को ये सपोर्ट करता है एंड स्ट्रेंथन्स मिल्क प्रोक्योरमेंट प्रोसेसिंग इन द नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न रीजन, हिली रीजन एंड यूनियन टेरिटरीज. ठीक है. and under this component the government will form 2 milk producer companies with dedicated grant support. 2 मिल्क प्रोड्यूसर कंपनीज इस कंपोनेंट के अंदर बनाई जाएगी, ठीक है. Then we have component B, which is also known as dairying through cooperatives. Dairying through cooperatives, right? Now this component fosters dairy development through cooperation with the government of Japan and JICA. What is JICA? Japan International Cooperation Agency. So there is an agreement between the government of India and government of Japan for cooperation in the dairy sector. Component B is all about that. ठीक है. Now this component focuses on sustainable development of cooperatives, as the name says, dairying through cooperatives. ये किस पे फोकस करता है? Sustainable development of cooperatives in 9 states, right? And these cooperatives, इस cooperatives का क्या क्या वो है, मतलब क्या क्या सरकार ध्यान रखती है? Production, processing, marketing, infrastructure in 9 states. Which are these 9 states? आंध्र प्रदेश, बिहार, मध्य प्रदेश, पंजाब, राजस्थान, तेलंगाना, उत्तराखंड, उत्तर प्रदेश and West Bengal. And you need not remember the name of all those 9 states. That is not required. ठीक है, चलिए, that's all about this scheme. And let's come back to the question now. How much additional grant has been allocated? 1000 crore, and the total outlay is now 2790 crores. ठीक है. Question number 5. Union Cabinet has approved the revised Rashtra Gokul Mission. Under the revised mission, 2 new activities have been added, out of which one is for establishment of heifer rearing centers. How much % of the capital cost will be provided as one-time assistance for the purpose? ठीक है जी, कितना % capital cost का provide कराया जाएगा for establishment of heifer rearing center? That is the question. ठीक है. So the government has approved the Union Cabinet has approved the revised Rashtra Gokul Mission, and it will obviously give a boost to the milk production and productivity in the country, and it will also help in protection and preservation of indigenous bovine breeds, right? Again, the 15th Finance Commission is the period. The enhanced outlay, extra 1000 crore rupees has been provided, and the total outlay has now become 3400 crores. So दोनों schemes में National Program for Dairy Development and Rashtra Gokul Mission, in both the schemes the government has allocated 1000 crore rupees extra. ठीक है. जो इसके अंदर ऑलरेडी जो ऑलरेडी कंपोनेंट्स थे वो ऑलरेडी वर्क करते रहेंगे, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल स्ट्रेंथनिंग ऑफ सीमेन स्टेशंस, आर्टिफिशियल इंसेमिनेशन नेटवर्क, इंप्लीमेंटेशन ऑफ बुल प्रोडक्शन प्रोग्राम, ये सब चलता रहेगा. अदर देन दिस, 2 न्यू एक्टिविटीज हैव बीन एडेड. वन इज फॉर एस्टैब्लिशमेंट ऑफ हाइफर रियरिंग सेंटर्स. हाइफर क्या होता है? ये रहा, देख लो, इसकी शक्ल देख लो, ये हाइफर. हाइफर रियरिंग सेंटर्स बनाए जाएंगे, एंड फॉर दैट 35% of the capital cost will be provided for its establishment. ठीक है. It will be provided to implementing agencies, and total 30 housing facilities will be established having total capacity of 15,000 heifers. ठीक है. तो ये होगी पहली एक्टिविटी. दूसरी क्या है? To encourage farmers to purchase high genetic merit IVF heifers, ताकि मिल्क प्रोडक्शन अच्छा हो. हाई जेनेटिक मतलब उसकी क्वालिटी अच्छी है, हाइफर की मिल्क प्रोडक्शन उससे अच्छा होगा, right? And for that 3% interest subvention will be provided on the loan which will be taken by the farmers from milk unions, financial institutions and banks for such purchase. ठीक है. वो हाई जेनेटिक मेरिट IVF हाइफर खरीदने जाएगा तो उसको 3% का इंटरेस्ट सबवेंशन मिलेगा on the loans that the farmer has taken to purchase the high genetic IVF heifer. ठीक है. चलिए, so what is the right answer? 35%. 35% is the right answer. Let's talk about question number 6. Very important again. Which of the following statements is correct with respect to the Samarth incubation program launched by CDOT, that is Center for Development of Telematics? So the Center for Development of Telematics has launched an incubation program named as Samarth, and as the name says, it is an incubation program, which means it will provide support to the startups. Now, what type and what kind of startups are these? The startups will be creating the next generation technologies in these 6 fields. Which are these 6 fields? Telecom software application, cyber security, 5G or 6G technology, artificial intelligence, internet of things and quantum technologies. ये 6 नाम याद रखने हैं. ठीक है. ये 6 fields, 6 areas याद रखने हैं आपको. Other than this, the implementation partner will be Software Technology Parks of India, Total 36 startups shall be provided support during a span of 1 year. पहले 6 महीने में 18, फिर अगले 6 महीने में 18, which mean one incubation program will be of the duration of 6 months. So 2 6 months incubation program has been planned for 36 total startups, and the startups must be those which are recognized by DPIIT, and 5 lakh rupees per startup grant will be provided. Along with that, of course, the mentorship will be provided. Okay, that's all. So let's identify the correct statement. The program will provide support for startups and innovators engaged in creating next generation technologies in 7 different fields. 7 नहीं है भाई, 6 है. ठीक है. Up to 10 lakh grant will be provided per startup, not 10 lakh. कितना है? 5 lakhs. The implementation partner is Software Technology Park of India. Absolutely correct. And therefore the right answer will be option C. बाकी statement अगर हम पढ़ें, so only DPIIT and C dot recognized startups. No, only DPIIT recognized startup. So this is also incorrect. And total 36 startups shall be provided support in the span of 2 years, not 2 years, as we have discussed, 1 year. Okay, so this is also incorrect. So the right answer, my dear friends, is option C. Okay. And now let's talk about the questions in short. But before that, मैं आपसे बोलना चाहूंगा that मैंने आपको बताया था that I am going for a leave for a week this coming Monday 24th to 28th Friday. ठीक है ना. तो इस बीच PIB की क्लासेस नहीं होंगी, but this man will take the class regularly, finance current affairs, and I can vouch on his classes. मेरे actually मेरे कहने पे ही सर ने मेरी रिक्वेस्ट पे ही फाइनेंस करंट अफेयर्स की क्लासेस शुरू करी हैं. ऑल्दो ही इज वेरी बिजी, और भी बहुत सारी क्लासेस होती हैं, बट ऑन माय रिक्वेस्ट ही हैज स्टार्टेड द फाइनेंस करंट अफेयर्स क्लासेस. सो डू जॉइन इन लार्ज नंबर्स. और मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया था दैट वी हैव ओनली वन इंसेंटिव, एंड दैट इज यू गाइस जॉइन द लाइव क्लासेस इन लार्ज नंबर्स. दैट्स इट. ठीक है. और मेरी और इनकी जोड़ी कमाल है. PIB और फाइनेंस करंट अफेयर्स कोई तुम्हें हिला भी नहीं सकता. एंड इफ यू वांट टू हैव द PDF ऑफ दिस क्लास, you can join this telegram channel Manisha-RBI Nabad. Question number 7, Matsya 6000. Matsya 6000, it is India's flagship human submersible aimed to carry 3 persons to a depth of 6000 meter. ये हमने बहुत बार पढ़ा है, बट आज कुछ नया मिलेगा इसमें आपको. ठीक है. It has been developed by NIOT, you know that, National Institute of Ocean Technology, चेन्नई. अभी कुछ हफ्तों पहले हमने पढ़ा था. NIOT has signed an MOU with IFRAMER, that is French Research Institute for Exploitation of the Sea. This MOU will facilitate scientific knowledge exchange and participation with the French human scientific submersible for 6000 meter depth. फ्रांस का एक सबमर्सिबल है जो कि 6000 मीटर डेप्थ तक जा सकता है. उसका नाम क्या है? राइट. और उसके साथ उससे नॉलेज एक्सचेंज करने के लिए NIOT has signed an MOU with IFRAMER. What is the name of that submersible, French submersible that can go up to a depth of 6000 meter below the sea? The name is Nautile. The name is Nautile. ठीक है. As announced by the Department of Atomic Energy, where will North India's first nuclear project will come up? It will come up in a small town called Gorakhpur. Now please to remember, this is not Uttar Pradesh wala Gorakhpur. It is a very small town in Haryana, and there हरियाणा में पहला नॉर्थ इंडिया का पहला न्यूक्लियर प्रोजेक्ट आने वाला है. ठीक है. The Union Cabinet has approved the proposal for setting up of a new brownfield ammonia urea complex of 12.7 lakh metric ton annual capacity of urea production within the existing premises of Brahmaputra Valley Fertilizer Corporation Limited, which is located in, it is located in Namrup. And where is Namrup? Of course, it is in Assam. And Brahmaputra Valley से भी आपको समझ जाना चाहिए था that the right answer must be Assam. Which portal has been developed by the Ministry of Home Affairs, which provides data of narcotics offenders involved in narcotics offences under narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances NDPS Act. ठीक है. कौन सा ऐसा पोर्टल है जो कि हमें डेटा देता है, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ होम अफेयर्स को डेटा देता है रिगार्डिंग दी ऑफेंडर्स ऑफ नार्कोटिक्स ड्रग्स? इट इज निदान पोर्टल विच स्टैंड्स फॉर नेशनल इंटीग्रेटेड डेटाबेस ऑन अरेस्टेड नार्को ऑफेंडर्स. ठीक है जी. नेशनल इंटीग्रेटेड डेटाबेस ऑन अरेस्टेड नार्को ऑफेंडर्स. ऑप्शन सी इज द राइट आंसर. The Manrega scheme is being implemented by the Ministry of Rural Development to provide at least, of course, 100 days of guaranteed wage employment in a financial year to the rural households, to the willing people who wants to work unskilled manual labor work. Under the scheme, due to continued focus on women empowerment, the participation of women has increased from 48% in financial year 2013-14 to 58% in current financial year 24-25. 58% is the right answer, and I hope you know that there is a 1/3 reservation for women in the Manrega scheme, which means if the government is providing work to 100 people, 33 must be the women beneficiaries. And the last question for today, my dear friends, with which university CSC what? Common Service Center Academy has partnered to offer undergraduate and postgraduate programs through online mode to the students across country. The students will have to just go to the common service centers and they will enroll themselves in the online programs offered by the Shulini University. Where is it? Shulini University is in Solan, and Solan, I hope you guys know, is in Himachal Pradesh. The right answer is option E. Alright guys, that's it for today's class. I hope all the questions and their explanations are clear. If you have any doubts, you are most welcome in the comment section. I will explain, I will clarify all the doubts. And Monday to Friday का जो भी content होगा, I will be covering it in the backlogs once I am back. Thank you very much. मेरा wait करना, कहीं मत जाना. As I always promise that आप मेरे पे रिलाई कर सकते हो. जब तक मैं हूं तब तक PIB चलता रहेगा. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Take care and God bless.